Welcome to Synagogues of Florida, Part 9. In this episode, we look at several cities in the southeast central part of the state. This includes Palm City, Jupiter, Palm Beach, West Palm Beach Gardens, and Wellington. We start with Palm City, which has about 23,000 residents and is part of the Port St. Lucie metropolitan area. There's that ubiquitous menorah sculpture, so that means you know you are at a Chabad house. That makes this the Chabad Jewish Center of Martin and St. Lucie County. Its director is Rabbi Shlomo Umaner. There are monthly Friday night Shabbat services followed by a dinner. And we now move on to our next town, Jupiter, and we stay with the Chabad house motif. The sign identifies the building that houses the Chabad of Jupiter, not the planet, but the city in Florida. Rabbi Beryl Barish is its director. There is a Saturday morning Shabbat service, usually followed by a Kiddush. We'll put aside Chabad for a moment and take a look at another Jewish house of worship in Jupiter. It is Temple Beth Am, which in English means House of the People. It is a Reformed synagogue. Its spiritual leader is Rabbi Alon Levkovitz. Shabbat services are held on Friday evenings. Saturday morning services are held when there are events such as bar and bat mitzvahs or holidays. The congregation has about 545 member families. And now on to Palm Beach Gardens. Yes, Virginia, there's a Chabad house here as well in Palm Beach Gardens. It is appropriately called Chabad of Palm Beach Gardens. Rabbi David Vigler is its director. Besides Shabbat services, there is a daily morning minyan. Our next location is Temple Beth David. It is a conservative egalitarian synagogue. Shabbat services are held on both Friday evenings and Saturday morning. There is also a Sunday morning minyan as well as a daily evening minyan. There is a preschool with currently about 80 children and about another 60 in their religious grammar school. Its spiritual leader is Rabbi David. The congregation was formed in 1975. This facility was dedicated in 1983. There are approximately 350 member families. And now on to our next house of worship. You're looking at Temple Judea, a congregation affiliated with Union for Reform Judaism. Its spiritual leader is Rabbi Yaron Kapitulnik. And there is also Joel Levine, Rabbi Emeritus, who served the congregation for 34 years. Temple Judea was founded in 1981. The synagogue was moved to this location in 2003. Shabbat services are held on Friday evenings, followed by an Oneg celebration. There is also a Monday and Thursday morning service dubbed Not Your Grandpa's Minyan. There is more to Palm Beach Gardens than just synagogues. There is also the Arthur I. Meyer Jewish Academy, which houses both an elementary and middle school. And there is the Mandel Jewish Community Center of the Palm Beaches. Their buildings are next to each other in the same grounds, as you will shortly see. The building complex in the forefront is the school. Towards the rear is the Jewish Community Center. And now we move on to Royal Palm Beach. This sign indicates that this is the home to Temple Beth Zion, but this is no longer the case. In the winter of 2013, Temple Beth Zion merged with Temple Beth El in West Palm Beach. The older, more established Jewish population were moving on to other locations. Ironically, the younger crowd was opting for either on the one side of the spectrum Reform and on the other side Chabad congregations. 3 religious organizations sought to purchase the building. 2 were churches and 1 was Chabad. Guess who ended up paying the price? Exactly. Chabad took over the building. This is now the home of Chabad of Royal Palm Beach. Rabbi Nachman Zeev Strux is its director. And now we turn our attention to West Palm Beach. Congregation Eitz Chaim is an old-fashioned Orthodox shul. Rabbi Shlomo Goldstein is its leader. It has minyanim on a daily basis, both morning and evening. And now we turn to another synagogue in West Palm Beach. It is a conservative synagogue, and the one that was merged from the conservative synagogue in Royal Palm Beach. Temple Bethel was first organized in 1919. Its most recent spiritual leader is Rabbi Leonid Feldman. Besides Shabbat services, there is a daily morning minyan. About a mile or so down the road is Temple Israel, a Reformed congregation. Regular Shabbat services are held on Friday evenings. Saturday mornings takes on various formats depending on the week of the month. Cookie Leah Olshine is its rabbi. Howard Shapiro is Rabbi Emeritus. The congregation started in 1923. Groundbreaking for this location took place in 1950. There is also a Chabad of West Palm Beach, but we can't show it to you. Rabbi Yoel Gantz is its director. The first Friday of every month, there is a Shabbat evening service, followed by a community dinner. There is also every week a Saturday morning Shabbat service and a Sunday morning minyan. There is supposed to be another congregation in West Palm Beach, Anshe Shalom, a conservative-affiliated synagogue. Rabbi Michael Corman is its spiritual leader, but we have no other information to give you. There may even be a Reformed Temple Judea, but again, we have no information. We crossed the body of water to the east to head into Palm Beach proper to see what type of Jewish presence is there. And as you could see, this is Palm Beach Synagogue. It is a modern Orthodox shul under the guidance of Rabbi Moshe Shiner. It has daily morning and evening services. The congregation began in 1994 and today has about 300 member families. There is a Hebrew elementary school and a Maimonides high school. Less than a block away is Temple Emmanuel. In fact, it rented out space to the Orthodox congregation until they were able to afford their own building. Temple Emmanuel is a conservative egalitarian synagogue. Its spiritual leader is Rabbi Michael Resnick. Shabbat services are held both Friday evenings and Saturday mornings with refreshments after each service. There is also a Monday through Thursday morning minyan followed by a light continental breakfast. The congregation started out with 45 members in 1963. This facility was dedicated in 1974. There is also a third synagogue service in Palm Beach. We can't show it to you, but tell you that it is located in the rooftop atrium atop the Palm Beach Hotel. It is called the New Synagogue of Palm Beach. It is an Orthodox shul with a twist, and it began in 2002. What makes it unique is that it is home to the early Shabbat morning minyan. Rabbi Barak Bar Chaim leads the services. Services start at 8:30, which is earlier than most traditional services begin, which is more usually at 9 o'clock. Chabad will even start later. Services end approximately at 11 a.m., and a Kiddush luncheon usually follows. What also makes this different is that the Musaf services is led by a chazan or cantor. Typically in more established Orthodox communities where there are enough people and taste to warrant an early service, one that starts at 8:30 will usually be over by 10:30, and there will be no official cantor, but congregants will be chosen based on ability and or commemorative occasion to lead the services in a quicker fashion. We move on to Wellington, where there is also another Chabad house. We believe this one is currently housed in this retail outlet mall. The street view was made before the signage was put up identifying this as the office of the Chabad, or Wellington Jewish Center. Rabbi Mendy Muskal is its director. There are Saturday morning Shabbat services as well as a Sunday morning service followed by lox, bagels, and cream cheese. Which brings us to our final house of worship on this trip. This is the site for Temple Beth Torah and Preschool. It's affiliated with the Union for Reform Judaism. It began in 1978, and in 1982, ground was broken at this site for the congregational building. Additions and improvements have been made in recent years. In 1996, Rabbi Stephen Pinsky became its spiritual leader and is now the emeritus. Since 2014, the rabbi has been Andrew Rosenkrantz. Shabbat services are held on Friday evenings and Saturday mornings, along with a Torah study. This concludes our visit to all these cities in the central southeast portion of the state of Florida. Still plenty more synagogues to come. Bye for now. Hope to see you real soon.